As you can see, we've got the car jacked up. We're just going over what comes in the box for the lights. That is the brand. Yes, it's upside down. At least it is for me. We're just going over what's all in there, and I dropped something to figure it all out. We've got the wheel off and the inner well to figure out if I actually need to take the bumper off or not, or if I can just access it right there. Make my life a lot easier than physically pulling the entire bumper off. So we're just going over a few things, seeing what needs to be done. Guys are in watching it on YouTube in my office right now. So hopefully we don't got to pull the bumper off, because I'd rather not, but we'll see. Yeah, we're going to remove the bumper. Taylor's already got the top piece off. Instead of fighting trying to get around it, we'll just pull everything off like it's required. And then we have everything accessible. Pull the headlights out and wire them directly in. We got the clips undone on this side, and lucky enough, this side. So now we just gotta get underneath, get the push pins and bolts underneath, because the top's all done. Then the bumper should come right off. We pull the headlights out and install my Demon Eye kit. And then assemble it all back together, and I'm not sure why Jeff's crawling on the floor.
These are other vehicles on the hoist.
Yeah, my truck's up on the hoist. It's for sale if anybody wants to buy it. 2015 Ram, lift is 6 inches. Everything on it's new. Taylor's gone to get us lunch because we hungry.
Fucking guy's always hungry.
Yep. That's why we're fat.
Yeah.
All right, bumper's off. But don't forget to do what we forgot to do, is unplug all your fog lights and signal wires when you go to pull the bumper off, because it makes it a much big pain in the ass when you're doing it just by hanging on the bumper. So the bumper's off. We're good that way. Now we're gonna pop the headlights out and go from there. All right, got the headlight out. So you've got a, what size is that? A 10 mil bolt here, 10 mil bolt here, and then it is a 13 mil bolt right here to take your headlights out. And then obviously you unplug the clip, untune that, and that's your headlights. So we gotta do this one yet. So again, 10 mil bolt, 13 mil bolt, and 10 mil bolt right here. Pulls the headlight out. 13's on the side over here. So I got this headlight out over here. So now we're going to pull the back out, and we don't disassemble the light. We just pull this cover out, pull the light out, put the new diode in there for the Demon Eyes, put it all back together, and then wire it. Unpacked everything, so clips and a little bit of wiring in there. Another wire here. Connectors. 3 of these. Lights are in here.
Those are the brackets.
And where did the brackets go to hold the headlight in? Oh, no, I'm an idiot. Right here.
Yeah, so brackets are in there as well.
So, all right, we're gonna start taking the back off the lights here and wire everything in. We messed up. They does not come off of here. This is why it's good to go back and watch the YouTube video to see what we do. So while he's fucking with that, this is what we take off on the bottom of the headlight. You don't do these screws here. That comes off, and the Demon lights go inside that, which is a Torx head. So Jeff, Torx head, please. As you can see, Taylor's got that back on now, and then we'll remove this one here as well. And then we got to assemble the lights. So the screws are right here, fucking tiny as hell, and that's what goes in here to screw this to this. So those screw together, and then those go inside the headlights. But those are the very, very tiny screws that we had a heck of a time finding. So as you can see that, they are small, big ass bag to go in there. So now this comes out not well Undo that clip right there, I'm sure, just to make it a little more room. Just go grab a pick. Make life easier.
There's one, but definitely need a pick for the other one.
Yeah. And then we can remove this, get it out of the way. Do not mind the black on here. A little bit of undercoating, I'm sure that's what it is.
That's 100% what that is. The orange one too?
Yeah, just to get that out of the way, so it, just don't mix them up. Maybe it doesn't matter, but just to be on the safe side, let's just keep them. Okay, let's put that off to the side.
Oh, you can't mix them up.
Why?
Oh, you mean
Left to right, dumbass. Okay, so now that we've got this exposed, these get moved out. So this screw we see way down here, that comes out of the actual brain. And my big ass hands are in the way. That screw comes out. And then, excuse me, Taylor, this bracket right here screws down onto that, through that hole right there. And then your demon light goes on here and faces inside there someplace. We'll get figured out as we go along.
This is for this one. This is for that one.
And how do you remember? You dropped it. Look at that mess.
Ah, butterfingers. So this hole
Oh, and it sits in there.
lines
Gotcha.
up with that, and then this piece, I believe he said, clips in down in here.
Okay. As you can see, the bracket's in, it's screwed in there. It's clipped down in here. I got it in, and it sits in front of the demon eyes. Now we'll put this all back together, get this headlight all reassembled, and then we'll go on to this side and do it all over again. So these get plugged back into here, off of this, and we'll get that done and get back to you. All right, as you can see, we've got the backing on. Demon light wire sticking out right here. So we'll get started on this one. And now too, as you can see the screws there, it is a bit of a pain to get it to clip on the plastic way down here that you can't see when my fingers are in the way. Let's see, right there. See that? That clips onto here, just slides on, but it's pretty snug. It's a pain in the ass to get it all to fit in there, but we got it. So now we'll put this cover back on this one, hook it all up, and wire them to my battery. All right, it's all back together. So now we'll wire them all up, reinstall them into the car, and see how they work. All right, putting this headlight back in. It is all wired. We did test it. I didn't film it, but we did test the bulbs before we put it all back together. Nope. Yeah, that's good because that bulb was in there. So 10 mil, 10 mil, 13 mil. As you can see, Jeff's on my way. This headlight's already bolted back in. And the wiring for it is right here. We just got to wire it directly to the battery. Now they say to run it to your headlights. I'm not doing that because then they only work when your headlights are on. I don't want that. I want to be able to use it while I'm parked. I don't want it while my headlights are on. So I'm not hooking it to the headlights. So as you can see, Taylor's putting this headlight back in, trying to catch up to what I've already done. That's a two-hander there, dude. And then we'll wire it all up. Reconnect the wires right here. Hook up back into here, and then all the way to the battery, hook it all up, and then we'll show you it all in, and we'll put the bumper back on once we wire it all back up again. Right. We're just putting the bumper back on, headlights are in. Jeff's just running the wires up for me, and then we'll connect the bumper back up, connect all the lights underneath, put it back together, and then I'll show you the final product. Everything is in here, gonna be under the cover. Get the lights working. And then run the wires all through and behind here, into the headlight, both sides. And then this goes back up and tucks into there and locks into place. And then we'll crawl underneath, do all the bolts under there, and then hook up all these wires back up. Tires back on, lower it in the ground, and it'll be done. We had to pull the bumper back off again just to move some wiring. But as you can see, they are working. All right, the bumper's back on. Now we're just gonna tighten it all up. Put it back together. Loving it. Oh, the bumper's on. Everything's wired in and cleaned up. Just putting the last couple things in. And then the inner wells. And then we'll put tires back on, lower it down, and do a final look. Oh, fuck it. You're getting old, fella.
What?
You're getting old.
I know.
No, he's not. Don't say that. You're gonna give him a reason to keep being a kid.
Give you 10 fucking years. See
Oh, cupcake.
Buddy, my knees are already feeling it.
I bet your knees feel it.
From skateboarding.
Getting the tires on. Once the air compressor builds some air, we'll tighten them up, lower it down to the ground. Then it needs a wash, because this thing is filthy from the rain we had on Saturday leaving Myrtle Beach for Mustang Week. Look at this dirt. It is horrendous. Car looks horrible. Here we go. Car's down. As you can see, it's still on a block. We had to drive up on blocks to get the jack on there because it's too low. But that looks good. Let's close the hood. Make sure there's nothing under here. Everything looks good. Love it. Perfect. And that is how it's done. Now time to wash it. Love it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment.